Happening, John Long, guys. Welcome back to Firewatch. This is chapter 7. Yes, chapter 7. When we last left off, we had got the wave reader, so we're gonna follow it to see what we're after. Trying to find out, anyways. I think this is a bad idea. It's either a trap, a distraction, or we're gonna stumble upon one of these guys. Although, Henry doesn't really help the situation. He turned his radio off for this, because Delilah is drinking. I think the radio should be on, but... So it's definitely down this way. Make sure I don't get jumped in the process here. Okay, so it's... It's at the medicine wheel. I just know because it's just intuition. And just from what's going on here.
Shit! What? Ah!
It's the key to the cave.
D, I found some sort of supply bag, light camping gear, some clothes, basics, but it was alarmed. I think that's what was making the receiver go haywire.
You're okay? It's not a trap or anything?
Yeah, I'm fine, but there's also a set of keys here. I don't know why they'd be hidden out here. They say Shoshone National Forest, Cave 452. Is that the one in the canyon?
Yeah, it is. Who the hell took them?
And what the hell is in that cave?
Okay, let's just think.
Says the woman with a half a bottle of tequila in her belly.
Maybe they're panicking and we're preparing to beat it. The fire has them spooked and we have new walkie-talkies, so we have the upper hand.
Yeah, well, it's hard to feel like you have the upper hand when you're standing in the dark in the middle of the woods.
Oh. Well, you're back in your tower. Maybe you need a drink too.
I'm not in my tower.
I am looking at a man standing in your lookout. And it's not you.
Told you.
It
Distraction.
is not me.
Oh my god, go.
I'm going.
I mean, I don't feel like that's safe. Let's run back to the tower now. I do have an axe, though, so... I'm not worried. Probably should have took a different path, huh? By the time he gets this tree chopped down. What was that? Fucking game. I'm a little worried now. Is there an option to take out the axe?
I don't see anyone up here.
He was just there.
tape of us talking down at the site. It sounds like it was recorded from somewhere nearby.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it sounds like we were the ones who burned it down and that it was your idea.
No.
We are screwed.
No!
Dee, just don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out.
Oh my God, what the fuck is happening, Henry?
Day 78. Someone's like deliberately messing with us. Well, I mean, obviously, but fuck.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
What's wrong?
Someone claiming to be Henry in Two Forks called a lookout in another sector early this morning and said that I knew what caused the Wapiti Meadow fire. So, I just got off the horn with that lookout who's wondering what I know, or that I'm an arsonist, or that I'm fucking losing it. Furthermore, I bet you don't have the only tape of us from last night, so someone has evidence to back it up. We need to find out what someone's been keeping in that cave.
I'm going down there now.
We don't have a lot of time left out here, and if we don't find some fucking answers, when they lift us out of here, it's gonna be in handcuffs.
Alright.
We have to stick together, okay? Keep our story straight. From the first day with those girls to the person breaking in on our conversation, everything. We gotta be honest and consistent.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I know.
I know I'm right. The original suds. Clean the dishes. 25% extra. Chlorotox. I love it. Alright. Let's get moving. I have to head to that cave. It'd be the easiest way to get, well, I guess north. I don't know if it's north. Yeah, it would be north from the tower here. Yeah. Is it this way? Where is my outhouse? It's this way, I just don't see the outhouse. There it is. Okay. Wonder what we're gonna find in the cave. Nothing good, I would imagine. No, and before we find the dead bodies in the cave of the missing people. Definitely has me on edge, though. As much as I love...
Hey, you didn't actually make that call, right? To the other lookout? It just stuck in my craw. I let myself imagine how fucked I would be if you'd been lying to me. But now that I asked, I kind of just wish I hadn't.
Of course I didn't. No way. They're trying to pit us against each other.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not gonna happen, though.
Thanks, Henry.
All right.
What the hell? Delilah, someone locked me in the cave. Is this thing working? Delilah! Send someone to the cave, please! Can't get any damn reception.
All right. Guess we're about to find out what's in this cave then.
Jesus, this is a big cave.
Squeeze through these cracks here. Through these cracks. Through the crack, I should say. See, I would love to go spelunking, but at the same time, I mean, how sketchy that would be. Imagine you get trapped down here, like, you'd be so fucked. That shit happens.
Freezing in here.
Not to mention the stuff you'd find in caves.
Is anybody down there?
It's like spacebar to drop down, or I can just walk off the edge. Where the fuck am I?
Hey, are you there?
Yeah, what is it? What did you find?
Nothing yet, because someone tried to trap me in there.
You saw someone?
No, someone slammed the gate behind me and then ran away. I found another way out, but if I hadn't, Jesus!
So you didn't find anything?
No, there's a spot where someone had sunk an anchor, but the hardware's gone now.
I don't have any climbing equipment.
I just have my ropes. I'm gonna hike back to Two Forks and see if I can find anything that could double as an anchor to use in the spot.
Well, that doesn't sound dangerous.
I think I have an idea. Never mind. I was gonna say I think I have an idea of where we are, but I do not.
Delilah, I just found an outcropping that someone was using as a little fort. I think it was Brian Goodwin.
Really?
Yeah, he built himself a real castle. A bunch of rocks stacked up. He made a wall and a perimeter.
God. Yeah, that's perfect.
You know, maybe he made it because he was afraid of them.
Whenever I think of Brian possibly going through this crap, I get sick to my stomach.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, he was in the middle of really sprucing up the joint when they left. Hey, remember that pack I found?
Back on your second day? Yeah.
I found a plan Brian drew about how he was going to get it back.
Oh, I'm sure it was quite elaborate.
It's some Wile E. Coyote stuff, I'll tell you that much. It's a little weird that he'd just leave so much of his stuff out here.
Well, maybe they were in a hurry when they left. Like I said, he wasn't supposed to be out here.
Yeah.
They almost got busted. Brian liked to go out on the railing of the tower and wave at the planes that dumped water on fires, and I got a call because someone thought a kid was up in Two Forks. I lied, and just said it was Ned. If I ratted him out, they would have been forced to leave, and I don't know, I guess I just felt like I was saving him from whatever shitty life Ned was gonna bring him back to. Not that it ended up mattering.
Backpack retrieval plan. Mark 4. To get boards 4 to 6. Rope. Borrow. Rocks 15. Tools. Borrow.
Brian was doing a science fair project about bouncing radio waves off of a meteor shower.
Poor kid left his homework?
Yeah, he must have been pretty smart, huh?
Yeah, sharper than a lot of the grown-up knuckleheads I'm used to, yeah.
What, you're saying I'm one of those knuckleheads, is that it?
I wasn't, but, now that I think about it...
Because I know lots of stuff.
Oh, please, drown me in your surplus of knowledge. I've been waiting all these years for a man as wise as you to take this job.
Well, that wait's over, sweetheart.
Call me sweetheart again, and you'll use that big sexy brain of yours to fill out your unemployment paperwork.
Sorry, boss.
Brian Goodwin, Hamilton Science Fair, rough draft, Mrs. McNarma, 6th grade, April 4th, 1986. Talking meteors, how ham radio waves can use meteors to talk to people far away. What if I told you that you could use meteors in our atmosphere to talk to people far away? You would probably think I was a liar, but you would be wrong. Meteors, the alien rocks that come to our planet from outer space, can be used to bounce ham radio waves off of and let you use your radio much better than normal. Right now, you're thinking, okay, Brian, this sounds like a movie, like Flight of the Navigator. It's not real, but you're wrong. It is real. It is science. It is possible because of meteor scatter communications. My science fair project proves that meteor scatter communications is real. But what is it? MSC is a radio propagation mode that utilizes the ionized trails of meteors within our atmosphere. Meteors, upon their atmosphere entry, can create a dense path of ionized particles that the ham radio operator can use to establish brief communications paths between operators up to 1,500 miles away. It's pretty cool. I am going to test this by having a small chat with a friend my dad made in the Army who lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 1,000 miles from my house. We're going to try to talk at a regular time, but my hypothesis is that that won't work, and we will have to wait for a meteor shower so we can establish communication.
I found an old school folder. Brian was a hell of a doodler.
Folder that once held school papers and reports, presumably defaced by Brian Goodwin.
Huh. Brian stole his dad's climbing gear, his anchors.
That's convenient.
Right?
Yeah, it is. I think he was going to hide them in a cash box or something and never got around to it. I mean, he left a note for a ranger to find them and send them back to him in Nebraska.
Because he hated climbing?
Yeah, it sounds like Ned was pushing him, and pretending to lose his anchors was the easiest way to put a stop to it.
I hope it worked. God, what an asshole.
Yeah. Man, that is the sort of thing that would have caused me to catch a beating growing up.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put it past old Ned.
Dear Ranger, hi, my name is Brian Goodwin. If you found this note, it should be with a bunch of climbing anchors, I hope. Could you do me a favor and please return them to me, Brian Goodwin, in the mail? My address is 55 Foxtrot Lane, North Platte, Nebraska, 69101. If you tell me your name and address, I will give you a reward for this. You're probably wondering why I left these here. Well, they are my dad's, and I don't want him to lose them, but I don't want to do any more climbing on this trip, so I thought I should pretend to lose them. But if you help me get them back, everyone will be happy. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Ranger. Brian. P.S. The reward will be good.
There's some grade A dork contraband here.
You found his pocket protector?
I found I guess, a data sheet for one Gladius Silva, half-elf armor 7.
Classic wizards and wyverns.
Actually really cool. Player Brian, character Gladius Silva, alignment chaotic good, race half-elf, class ranger, level 4, sex male, age 29, height 5'8", weighs 135 pounds, appearance rugged, hair black, eyes blue-green, hair black, eyes blue-green, clan, homeworld, and then unintelligible nerd stuff. It's hilarious.
There's a ham radio schematic here, something Brian was working on.
Yeah, I think that was the one thing Ned did do with him. You know, tinkering on stuff like that.
Ham radio planned by Brian and Ned Goodwin.
There's also a postcard here from Brian to, I guess, his neighbor.
What's it say?
That he's with his dad and sorry he can't mow his lawn this summer.
Oh, gosh.
And also he was worried his dad didn't know when school started. I'd say that's a lucky break if I were him.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Ned didn't really seem like a, with it dad.
Dear Mr. Zackler, I'm with my dad in Lander, WY. It's pretty neat. Dad fished in a spot called Sinks Canyon. Most of Wyoming looks like home in Nebraska, but then there are mountains and woods where you go far. I'm sorry I can't mow your lawn this summer, but I hope you found a good person to do it instead. Can you write back and tell my dad when school starts, because I don't think he knows. Your friend and neighbor, Brian Goodwin.
There's a busted old toy out here, some sort of electronic game.
Yeah? I like Pong.
Everybody likes Pong.
Gosh, Brian had everything he loved out there.
He'd hide out here to read comics. The black band, his grief is his enemy's sorrow. Everyone this guy loves gets killed, so he honors them with a black armband which gives him superpowers.
Well, that's fucking dark.
Have anchors. I wonder if I can just go back out obviously the same way I came then. That would be the quickest thing. Can I seriously not? God. Well, who's to say if I go all the way around, I'll be able to get... Okay, game. Game's like, you can't go this way. You have to go out the other way now. It's trying to teach me how to climb. Got it. Or rather, how to plant those. It's funny, because when we first entered the cave, I had seen one of those. A spot to put down.
What do you think is in there?
There's gotta be something. Why else try to kill me? I don't know, really. I mean, we gotta find out. What do you think?
Whatever it is, they don't want you telling anyone about.
I mean, they closed the door when they could have just...
bashed your head in with a rock or chopped you up with a...
Are you serious with this shit right now?
a hatchet. God, are you sure you want to go back in there?
Honestly, I just want to know. I want to know what is worth doing everything that's been done to us.
Yeah, me too. And not going to jail would be a nice kicker.
Yeah, I'm back on the main path. Okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, also, those girls turned up. Looks like you didn't kill them. Nobody did. They took some farmer's tractor for a joyride down in Riverton and, landed in jail.
Yeah, I wonder if they know anything. If there's some way to ask them about whatever happened at their camp.
I think think we'd be smart to let sleeping dogs lie.
He's right, or she's right.
You're probably right.
Just wanted to see if it would, if it was gonna happen again or what. Alright, let's find out what's down there. I have no idea what I'm gonna find. A bear, most likely. Brian Goodwin.
Ah, shit. Are you... Oh, God. You fell.
What does the shirt say? Yeah.
Your stuff gave out. Oh, you poor fucking kid.
Okay, but is his dad down here too? Wait a second. I don't think he fell. 'Cause he just hit his anchor so that he didn't have to do any more climbing. Kind of suspicious. And why would he be going down here anyways? He was trying to get his backpack back. The fuck was that? Scared the shit out of me, that's what that was.